TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
It's the place where I belong.
LIB Future TV, giving voice to progressive Liberians, speaking about politics, entertainment, and local news.
Rescue government Joseph Boakai is too corrupt. I will talk it.
If you break down, we will not move in a more. I spend all my work, 150 US. The chairman of war, 800,000. And I know US dollar. So he's actually a play our man.
So you think that money can do anything?
But now listen, you can't agree. But if the people say the government doesn't know about this thing, I want to believe it. The police are killing our day on Saturday. They are now working in a surveillance. They're working in the government. I saw police here.
So the government was aware.
The government know this. Prince all know this. Social workers know this.
Are you going to reconsider the appeal? They are appealing to the government now to reconsider them, because
reconsider who?
The
occupants.
The occupants.
The army is entitled to decent livelihood that they have placed. God is not making new land. That place is for the army.
Okay.
And the army is going there to take it back.
Okay.
So thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the law is the law. Here is Prophet Key. Here is Prophet Key. Here is Prophet Key. Prophet Key is being taken to South Beach with the county. Words are meant to be used.
Well, I would say this. The most important message here is that the government
last around. They kill the person, they do they want to do that today. They rescue in their own pocket. They enjoying the country while the whole country suffering. Even few men and women, Soko and Soki enjoying the country. That was saying they get it best. But they call them Soko and Soki government. Well, not going to rescue anything. While saying that can make my one, because they thought we are Soko, so call them Soki and Soko. They eat out today. When they keep the rescue, they say, oh, and we are there. They say, no. And what you call change, my son? Why you keep change, but don't say we are there. So why you say we have a move for them to draw you? In power. You see, we are I know about a lot of today. You know, you say we are today, they carry it to white. They told me, don't you carry it to America today. You never right, because of place. So they change will come, my brother, they say, Mama, they say, you will not sleep. But so don't boss their program, you boss it, people flat, but don't people say. Who say they send a one crowd, my son? When one program will have to make a let's see too. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Welcome to Crime Time Conversation, where the truth speaks and the people listen. From Cape Town to Maryland, from Nimba to Montserrat, the future calling Liberia. When the voices of the people start to rise, you can see the truth within their eyes. Too many years of struggle and pain, still the people dancing in the rain. But hope is growing in the land tonight, a new vision coming into sight. A servant leader walking with the crowd, speaking truth, humble but proud. This is prime time conversation, talking about the nation's transformation. From the villages to the city light, Liberia searching for what is right. Education for every girl and boy, healthcare bringing hope and joy. A stronger future we can see for every Liberian family. Hear the farmers calling from the field, waiting for the harvest that the land can yield. Technology knocking at the nation's door, young minds ready to explore. Electric power shining through the night, security standing for what is right. The economy rising for everyone, a new chapter has begun. This is prime time conversation, voices of a rising generation. Agriculture feeding every home, no more hunger, no more roam. From Cape Town down to Maryland shore, the people say we must do more. From Nimba Hills to Montserrat streets, the future and the people need. Now the people talking in the marketplace about a man who walks with steady pace, a leader with a vision for the land, reaching out with a helping hand. From humanitarian work to leadership call, standing strong when the people fall, talking about dignity, justice and trust, serving the nation because he must. Not for power, not for fame, but to lift Liberia's name. A vision rising clear and bright, leading the nation toward the light. Oh, Liberia, hear the cry. Let the children reach the sky. When the people stand as one, the victory has begun. The conversation starts tonight, speaking truth and shining light. Together we can build again for the daughters and the sons. This is prime time conversation, voices of a hopeful nation. Education, health and peace, let the nation struggle cease. With strong leadership guiding the way, Liberia rising day by day. From every county hear the call, a better future for us all. Where Liberia speaks, the conversation continues.
Hello, people of Liberia. It's a pleasure being on your radio today and on your television screen if you're viewing us by way of social media, whether YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, wherever else you're joining us from. Want to say hi there. It's a pleasure being on your screen this afternoon in the U.S., 3 p.m. If you're in Liberia, it's about 7 p.m. in the evening. I want to say thank you again. Welcome to LIB Future TV Primetime Conversation. And we are also broadcasting on FM 95.9 Kia Radio. And I have with me in studios today, Lovetta Davis and Jefferson Weah. Welcome, Lovetta.
How you doing?
I'm good. And also welcome, Jefferson.
Yes, good afternoon to you there, Dr. Pearson, and it's good to be here.
It's great to be here. Without any further delay, our own news anchor, Lovetta, will bring us up to speed with the LIB Future TV news update. Lovetta, it's all yours, man.
Today is May 28, 2026. Good evening and welcome to LIB Future TV, today's trending news stories. I'm Lovetta Davis presenting. The political leader of the Alternative National Congress, Alexander Cummings, on Tuesday paid a courtesy visit to the headquarters of the Liberia Football Association to discuss football development, youth empowerment, and national unity. During the visit, Mr. Cummings held a productive acquaintancy meeting with the leadership of the Liberia Football Association, including the association's president and members of the football governing body. The engagement focused on the importance of strong leadership in building credible institutions and advancing national development through sports. Speaking during the meeting, Mr. Cummings emphasized the vital role football and sports continue to play in promoting peace, discipline, and social cohesion across Liberia. According to him, football and sports in general serve as a unifying force that brings together people from all walks of life and strengthens the bond of a nation. He further stressed the need for greater investment in youth development and organized sporting activities, notion that sports remain a powerful platform for inspiring and empowering young Liberians. The meeting also highlighted the shared commitment of national stakeholders to use sports as a vehicle for unity and positive transformation. The Liberia Football Association welcomed the engagement as part of ongoing efforts to strengthen partnerships that will advance the growth of the sports sector in Liberia. Health Minister Dr. Louis Poto says individuals attempting to justify the dissemination of misinformation about Ebola bring back trauma-related dissonance from the horrific deaths that occurred during the 2014-2016 Ebola epidemics. According to her, during this period, approximately 4,800 Liberians and more than 11,000 people across the sub-region lost their lives. Dr. Poto added the epidemic had a crippling effect on the country, devastated families and communities, weakened the already fragile health system, disrupted the economy, and left many children orphaned, claiming the lives of health workers and instilled fear and uncertainty across the nation. The health minister noted that as a media practitioner and a healthcare worker who has had several near-death experiences, she finds it extremely distasteful and deeply troubling. Burkina nationals allegedly attacked mass ministry official during Bapolo inspection. Tension reportedly erupted in Harrington, Bapolo County, after officials of the Ministry of Mines and Energy allegedly came under attack from Burkina Faso nationals and some state security personnel during an inspection at the AP content mining site. The inspection team was headed by Mines and Energy Minister Matuniki Timwe, the ministry's Inspector General, Director of Mines, and several senior officials. The vessel formed part of an ongoing nationwide compliance and monitoring exercise aimed at assessing mining operations across Liberia. According to reports, the confrontation occurred while ministry officials were carrying out inspection activities at the site, creating a tense and chaotic atmosphere in the area. In the wake of the confrontation, the Ministry of Mines and Energy said it has intensified its crackdown on illegal mining activities across the country. Officials disclosed that at least 4 excavators, along with several other pieces of mining equipment, have been confiscated from companies accused of operating under the scope of their licenses or violating Liberia's mining regulations. Residents of Nimewe decry over lack of safe drinking water, roads, and quality education systems. More than 500 people in Nimewe Town, Bo Opo District, Grangida County, have expressed regrets over their poor living conditions. According to investigation, the residents have been drinking water from a creek for decades after their only hand pump broke down. The town chiefs, Otielo Zam, told Newsme that the situation is a serious health talk. Many children are getting sick from dirty water and have to go to the hospital every day. Chief Zad narrated that the town has been completely abandoned, adding that there is no school, no clinic, no town hall, and the roads are in bad condition. He said the community has asked past and present lawmakers, NGOs, and AIDS groups for help many times, but nothing has changed. He explained that the situation has caused numerous deaths for them, stressing that children no longer attend schools, no safe drinking water, clinic, and the roads are completely bad, something he said they can no longer survive. Residents of Slipway Crown Hill community in Morovia cried for hand pump after 20 years of using drainage water. For over 2 decades, residents in Morovia continue to struggle for safe drinking water. The most recent is resident of the Slipway community in Morovia who say they have had no choice but to fetch water from drainages and are therefore asking the government to install hand pump in their community. During a live broadcast, the residents said the water is unsafe, but are forced to use it for cooking, washing, and bathing because there is no other options. Slipway community is located in Monserrado, District Number 8, represented by Representative Prince Stores. The community has no hand pump, and some families buy packaged mineral water sold in plastic bags for drinking. Bedon Fiaka, a resident who has lived in Slipway for over 20 years, said people have been getting water from drainages since they moved in the area, adding that they are living only by the grace of God. She added that residents are tired of relying on drainage water and want a hand pump installed to provide safe access. Bapolu Senator Amara Konen says there is no new in Liberia except the history people don't know or one confidently forgotten to benefit their actions. In a Facebook post, Senator Konen said political parties seek power only for their own benefit, adding that the goal of power is power itself. According to him, in 2018, some current Unity Party leaders lost their jobs and livelihoods when power moved to the Coalition for Democratic Change because of their loyalty to the party. He added that the UP government dismissed several CDC officials, civil servants, and security personnel for openly taking part in political rallies while wearing party regalia, dismissal affecting people from the Executive Protection Service, EPS, and the Monrovia City Corporation, MCC. According to him, a communication to stop civil servants from breaking government conduct policies as a reason for the government's actions was sent to the Senate requesting the reinstatement of the fired civil servants from MCC, but is being stuck in the Labor Committee. He stressed that today some UP government officials and civil servants, including the Director General of the CSA, wearing regalia in support of President Walker, are seen all across the country. Senator Coney wonders what will happen to their jobs and livelihoods when power changes again, noting that history doesn't always have clear endings, but one thing everyone knows is power will eventually end. And Nemo Liberia says only 18 lawmakers presented formal reports to their constituents during the recent legislative break, while many lawmakers were more engaged in pre-campaign activities than addressing the real concerns of the people. There has been identified reporting as the weakest area of legislative accountability. Among the 69 representatives monitor only 18 lawmakers, 26% presented formal reports to constituents, while 51 lawmakers, 74%, provided no documented legislative reports. The report further indicated that many monitor activities resemble LA political mobilization efforts ahead of future electoral cycles. According to the report, donation ceremonies and development project inspection often overshadow structural accountability discussions. The report further notes that a low rate of constituency reporting and limited use of radio communication indicates that many lawmakers are not consistently meeting citizens' expectations for responsive and transparent representation. Overall, constituency accountability in Liberia remains uneven, weakling, institutionalized, and largely dependent on individuals' initiative rather than formal democratic standards. Those were the latest new updates from Liberia. My name is Lovecta Davis. Good evening.
Thank you, Lavetta, for that. Thank you, Lavetta, for that news update. We just appreciate you and we say thank you for being with us today and for giving us the news update. I want to say get them safe, Lavetta, and just be safe out there, okay?
All right. Thank you so much for having me again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, there you have it. That was Lavetta Davis giving us the news update. I want to say thank you for that. And thank you for being there. If you are in Liberia, West Africa, I want to say thank you for being there. I want to appreciate Jefferson Weah, who is serving as my producer tonight. And again, due to some policy changes, Jefferson is just going to be producing. And he's not going to be participating in the discussion. But nevertheless, he's going to be in the background. He's going to be helping us out with the technical issues if there's any. And he's also going to be giving us assistance with the scratch cards that we normally give out on our broadcast day. So I want to say today, primetime conversation, we do have our regular scratch cards for our viewers and listeners out there if you're in Liberia. So just keep watching. During the show, we'll call you the last 4 numbers on a scratch card, and at the time we open the lines for you to call in to give your participation. If you can remember any of those 4 numbers ending in those scratch cards, any of those numbers, you call the 4 numbers, you win yourself a scratch card. So I want to say thank you again for being there. I want to say let's have a blessed evening. If you are on your way home, we say, look, Liberia, watch your purse, watch your wallet, watch your phone. If you're struggling to get in the vehicle, be careful as you get home. If you're listening to us on the radio, 95.9, I want to say thank you for being there. Share this show if you're on social media. And let us go into several topics tonight. Look, there's so many things happening in Liberia. As we speak, Mr. Cummings visited LFA to identify with our sports association, brothers and sisters there. He also, Mr. Cummings, through the Alternative National Congress, the ANC, wrote the LACC, the Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, asking them to look into the matter concerning the $6 million project in Foya, Lofa County. Mr. Cummings is not vexed that there's development going on in Lofa County. He's just concerned that that whole project is covered in secrecy. You know, everybody just talking in secret about that project. And he wants to know, since the president said he didn't know about how the project started, how the project came about. People are one accusation here and there. Oh, you know, the money for that project came from SOEs, which is state-owned enterprises. Places are supposed to bring money into the country to help us support our developmental agenda. So he wants to know, look, yeah, let's just look into this thing and see, you know, for transparency's sake and accountability, let's see if there's any foul play there. So if there's corruption going on there, we can correct it before it go out of hand. You know, the people say prevention is better than cure, right? We'll discuss briefly about that. And another thing, you know, the whole Ebola thing in Liberia, it came out when Paula, one of our nurses in Liberia, sent out audio message to a colleague in another group of nurses and say, look, y'all pay attention. We just had a meeting at JFK and they told us that there are people who came to the country from the place the Ebola is killing people. Now more than 200 deaths has been recorded. World Health Organization has said now it has become a disease of international concern. And they have also said that this is major situation. The health practitioners in DRC Congo have said, listen, this thing is completely out of hand. All right. Kenya has now closed its border with its neighbor. And America has said, our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, just said on television a few hours ago, he said America will not accept, even Americans, if they came to America and they get Ebola, they would not accept them in America. He rather, they would send them to Kenya, and Kenya getting vexed. Kenya, people in Kenya, government officials in Kenya vexed. If you want to your own people that in your own country, you want to bring them when they're sick, when you have that nonsense. So who knows? Maybe they will pick up phone and call President Bucker and say, you know, when any American in the area that get the Ebola when they're sick, we'll send it to Liberia. You know, and President Bucker would say, you know, yes, sir. You know, say yes, sir. You know, and they will come to Liberia. But you know, they have not asked us yet. But Liberia, with the kind of people there, you know, they say we're too nice. You know, we're too nice. So maybe when Kenya say no, when they call President Burger, he say, okay, yeah, you're bringing here, we'll take care of them right here. Again, Liberia is noted in history of being one of the countries that have stood up for many other nations when they were in difficult times, and we help them out in the difficult times. So we are very hospitable people, as they will say. But whether we are willing to accept Ebola patient in Liberia because America don't want to receive them, that's a whole different topic altogether. We'll talk about that briefly. And Josiah Jokaya, the man who went to the Nimbo movement for the re-election of Boyka, and then his whole job is in limbo. When Nimbo put you in limbo. I mean, let me clarify what I mean when I say Nimbo put you in limbo. So our man, Thomas Farah, the client T5, the technical file. I want to say what the T stand for. The T5 stand for. I just jumped in. I said technical, because I wanted to call me to go in. And I wanted to call me to the National Legislature to say I'm going to go clarify what I get evidence, what T5 means. So T5 for me, it means technical fire. You know, the technical fire. Well, you know, T5 say, you know, T5 just be smart. When Joe Weah was president, a man hanging on Joe Weah, he came to power on Joe Weah from playing ball. A man became representative. Now he not to money man. He turned about on the he turned about on the man who brought him to power. But that make progress here. So we'll look at that. But those are not our major topics here for tonight. Those are just the you know, they call it the icing on the cake. The icing on the cake. The major topic here for tonight, we got 4 major topics here for tonight that we'll spend more time on. One will be the confirmation hearing today of the neck bus, and I want us to talk about the neck bus. There are certain things about the neck bus for me that is concerning, and when I say it's concerning, it's not because I got issue, personal issue with anybody, but my own concern I got here is that, listen, Liberia, we've gone through 14 years of civil war, and the 14 years of civil war taught us some lessons. What can we learn from the 14 years of the civil war? We are talking about people coming, into elected offices. What are some of the caution we should take? That will be my point of conversation here tonight. And about Jonathan Widow confirmation today. Another thing we'll talk about briefly is the investigation on the jurors tampering. They say, the temporary jury. In the former Minister of Finance, Samuel Tuwe case, we'll briefly go over that. What is the latest information? I know you up to speed the latest information, but I always bring some spin on the whole subject, and my spin is usually something that you have never heard before, and an eye-opening spin on the subject. We'll have that discussion, and then we'll look at now also Liberia transport management challenges. The men. The men fake cartoon lesson plate. When I say cartoon, I say that real cartoon now, but wooden lesson plate. First time like during history, we come and get wooden lesson plate. The men fake the lesson plate from wood. The men ain't here for joke. I know they're trying to do what they call green revolution, or they want to do biodiversity, or they want to be bio-friendly, or they want saving us from greenhouse gas. So we're using plain lesson plate now, so we can pollute the air by making iron. Anyway, no problem. Our iron factory still coming from what we heard from our papa, whereby he said bringing $3 billion company in Buchanan. We're still waiting for that $3 billion from ever since Chinatown. $3 billion can you for some, and they say all manufacturing wetting so lie. But no problem. I didn't say it's a lie. I just saying so lies. But now also look at President Barker put up a statement today. We call it the Cabinet Travel Directive. President Barker is saying people traveling too much. He said people traveling too much. Government officials and you're traveling too much. In the country hard. The country cannot be hard that they were looking for money for just be traveling all quick like that. And besides that, Ebola here now, so we gotta be careful how we travel fast. I get one joke. I say, but that's him go say they do. President Barker brought parable business. So my son gotta be on parable too now. It gotta be parable to parable, me parable, ha. And I made one parable on President Barker as a mention post about the travel business. I said, the rat said to the mouse, rat and mouse, they all in Liberia, other than a rat. Whether you call it mouse or you call it rat or rat. But usually the mouse is some of the small rat they can use in the lab to do all kind of tests on. Then the rat then they want to be jumping in all your horses and inside there, or in the cupboard and be eating all the rest in the corner there, putting all the test people there. Especially when when in school when you fail, just rub real oil right to the plate. They put a zero with your ear, everything on it. We rub real oil there with some gravy from the fry fish. We put our test pot down. When the rat can eat outside, I get a zero with the monkey head with the 2 ears that they fit in mouth. By the time the rat eat, they get it into your mind. Say, oh mama, I pass. Say why? Say you can see the last zero, not the last monkey head. Into the ear, other monkey ear. Say that the last zero that make it 100. Now that zero, be zero. But anyway, President Barker said that government officials should not travel fast because of Ebola. Yeah, we don't have enough money. But again, we'll take a deep dive into that conversation. And I have a friend of mine, Sheikh Koyete. Koyete, this guy is a firebrand guy. He and myself we are friends on LinkedIn. And a lot of time I let her pull her legs. Sometimes when I see a post on LinkedIn, because we're all professional people, and then I will comment on there to gain some guidance and things. And then I'm not saying I ruin him now. No professional LinkedIn, a professional space. So we just share some professional tell there. And so I gave him hard time, but he's kind of a nice guy. He will reply to me and say, no, that's not what I really meant. That's not what I was trying to say. And I meant it this way, I meant it that way. But the Koyete that I know, I saw regime speaker subdue my man on camera. Subdue my man on camera. My man, just even cry. Me sit down there, sit down. Looking at him, he wants to say sorry, but before he say sorry, he wants to say sorry, but I lie say you know I pay my poor sorry. I didn't hear me bad way. And but you know, saying my man now, I get a video where he say sorry, but I can't post it on social media because you know it making me feel bad because it just demonstrates to us that Liberia is going somewhere. Liberia going way back to when we had PRC town, Samuel Doe town, where John Tower was leading us. Like you can't talk freely. You talk anything, somebody jump on you quick. And, you know, try to criminalize what you're trying to say, even though you know Liberia sort of be a free country. Somebody will say, you know, when the shoe fits you, well. You know, sometimes some of the things people say, it is not that, you know, I don't know, man. You know, you can't make a man feel bad. That today, I saw my brother in your office, in my brother playing sorry for music on the holiday. And playing sorry for music. He said some people let me down in the music. He said the people let me down. My people who get my back. Correct? I got your back, and right now I'm going to encourage you like I did to you. I did with you today. I will still encourage you. Listen, my brother, that's not politics, right? The politics. I will tell you some of the things that I have to tell you today, but I want to say be encouraged. And you know, you got your men. We say, I know you're asking the damn favor. Say, what are people then? What are revolutionary men who sort of can't defend me, back me? Everybody let me down. They turn their back on me. Though, one thing about you. No, the point is for President Baga, The only thing I'm sorry for you for is that Prince Johnson you have to advise you because Prince Johnson was a 5 minute paper knock. Okay, when I talk about Prince Johnson, I can't lie. I mean not lie because Prince Johnson, but I can't talk about like because he's deceased. So peace be unto him. But let me say this. President Boakai is not noted for being a man who will defend people who contribute meaningfully to him. No. Plenty of people talk about President Boakai before, and listen, you're not the only one. So when I come there, we'll talk. Again, I want to say hi to all of you in Radio Land, Kia Radio, 95.9. Everything you hear on this show is the official view of Prime Time Conversation. It does not represent the views of Kia Radio. This represents the views of Prime Time Conversation. I am your host tonight, Dr. Pearson. Now, let us go into our talking point. But before going to our talking point, I will call on Jefferson, who was my producer. He will call me 2 of the scratch cards tonight. I know some of you got patience for waiting for the scratch card. So let me call the first 2 numbers of the scratch cards. Jefferson, if you're there, can you call me 2 numbers in 2 of our scratch cards, the last 4 numbers?
Yes, so we have 6435. You're muted.
Oh, sorry. Back on, oh no. 6435. 6435. When I say back on, oh no, I mean, I say, you're sorry, you know, I'm a pastor man by Dale, global man by breath, and my Congo man by being more of a tool. I can't speak my Dale no more. Only pastor hooking on. Okay, back on, oh. Okay, that move on. Jefferson, call me 1 more number.
And then we have 6244.
6244. 6244. So the first number was 6435. The next number is 6244. All right, they're going to conversation here. So, why did Mr. Cummings visit the LFA today? And it's simple. Mr. Cummings visited the LFA today to just demonstrate to him and to LFA officials that he concerned about things that are important to our young people, things that motivate us as a people. And don't forget, sports has always been a unifying force in Liberia. I remember during the Liberian Civil War, somebody, if you follow me on Facebook, you'll notice that today I posted something about former President George Weah, right? Even though I support Mr. Alexander Cummings, but I have a soft spot for George Weah. Let me tell you why I got a soft spot for George Weah. Former President Weah has been one of those during our Liberian Civil War. I was much younger. You know, I was a teenager when our war hit. Small beginning, we know nothing about war. Our first time hearing a war coming. I remember we were living about at the time the war started. I was living right to ERW Junction there. That where I based. So Living here at the junction that we're at a strategic location because when there are trucks leaving from BTC Barry, going to Nima County, going to the northern part of Liberia, Nima side, to where the war was going, we'll be standing on the main road looking at those trucks of AFL soldiers then heading towards the rail left side to go up interior. They say go and meet the rebels. So I am aware of what it means to see truckload of people going to a war front, but they can't come back home. Truckload of people going to war front, they can't come back home. You know, and that's not my only memory I have of the war. Another memory I have of the war is that while we're at LIB Junction, I told you I'm a Bassa Batale, right? I lived 2 more in Bassa Town. I lived in Chubo for a long time. I lived in Gaytown. In fact, I went to Gaytown Elementary School and all. I lived in Chubo. I lived, how do you call it that? VP Row. You know, when you hear me speaking my Liberian English with me, I stayed on that bad way. I left in 2014. I wanted to come do my PhD. But let me continue the story. Another thing I remember is that when the war really hit, beside me seeing people going in trucks load of soldiers, then young people I think going to Railesa, going to Nima to go fight, and can't come back. We live here at Junction until the NPFL came and captured the whole here at Junction. Anybody who live in Zolatan, around King Gray, around Babotown, 12 Horse Road, Esdikopo Junction, Esdikopo Road, all the area that my area there. That my area. My man say everybody get an area that my area there. But listen to the situation. It's not funny though, but those guys when they can capture the whole area junction thing. Those that by that time we don't want used to go loot where they get they call the when I say loot, nobody can hold me here, coming to drug we say you can't hold me here for looting. When I say we used to go loot, we used to go look for food. So when the war was raging, no food, everybody eating pantaka ball, eating the black beans that used to be on the highway, we'll go find on the highway, eating banana, center part, the banana tree, all the kind of thing, pan cabbage then. By that time, the supermarket that they call today, they call it fire, and they say you can call it fire some supermarket, they want to get rid of the junction there. By that time, the whole supermarket, they pound egg. We used to go and go look for any kind of scrap they get inside that place there. One day we want to go look for scrap in the supermarket, putting things so. One of the freezers they had, anytime we used to go there to go look for small scrap of thing when the fire sees that small, went there. One of the first things we saw body. We saw body in the freezer where we used to go look for the sausages. So body in the freezer. I still remember that thing in the back of my head. I go inside where they lecture you. So when we saw that body and thing, that was the first time I ever saw body. So we came back to Zola and thing. I was going to go loot now, seize that small because everybody's gonna go see body for the first time. So we came, we went to the mannequin, one day were laying out, we looking through the window in the town, we saw NPFL then walking through the town. When you go through the window, you see the mannequin through the hand to the module, they say, don't talk. The minute that morning when the minute left, the whole place quiet, we got up, we packed all our loaf from Zora, we chill straight. When we came towards Central Town, by that time where they get window chapel, that whole place that was push, that window chapel, that whole side to the bush, to the beach where all that place push. When the few houses were there, they had chapel in there. They had chapel in there. But I said, where you going? Say, oh, we saw some men who came around our area there. So he said, oh, so that mean the rebel then to Johnny. We said, yeah, the near part. We went straight to Lutheran Church. Went to Lutheran Church. Our whole group from Zola Town went to Lutheran Church. Anybody who lives in Zola by that time, they know what I'm talking about. Went to Lutheran Church. We passed the Lutheran Church. They said, oh, no space. You go back, no space there. They drove us from there. Our whole group. My sister next to me, my brother next to my sister, my other brother next to my other brother, my other brother next to my other brother, myself, my mom got five children by that time. All the others said, in the whole group, say, oh, you can come here, mama. There were 2 sisters, myself. So, oh, you can come here. Drove us from there. We went to ACS, on the old room. They keep us there. Why am I saying all of the things that just small part of the story I talk about? I'm talking all. I'm thinking talking about, I'll just stop there. Let me say this. When we went through all of those things and that massacre happened to Lutheran compound, some of us, every single day, so now we can wake up with tell God, thank you, we're not, the people drove us on Lutheran compound. Now, when you're going through all those kind of things, and you pass through the entire world with some people killed, all the kind of things to so cleaning, all the kind of things to offender campus, some in a way in Kakata, and all imagine the kind of things we saw. One of the things that cool us down in our civil crisis, and I will tell my time to make all this statement because it's affecting two things I want to talk about tonight. During the heat of the war, sometimes we hear they will say, oh, they say, Lone Star come and play football Guion complex. How can Lone Star come and play football Guion complex of fighting war? So because we are saying you want to remind people that sports can bring peace. Some old Barata, they used to call me Bebe me, our name after one of our Lone Star players called Bebe Ray. So they used to call me Bebe. I used to play that nobody been in. Like Bebe said, I can play the head. I used to play the head. And, you know, the hacker, I even went to school. I was doing scholarship because my mom couldn't support me in school anymore. After the Civil War, my father came my father and said, oh, you gotta say my father working for government before the war time. Before the war. So my mom couldn't, so I used to play football to go to school sometimes. So in the process now, when we go in the complex, you see AFL men acting like the AFL men, you see MPFL men acting like the MPFL men. You see, IMPFL men acting like the IMPFL men. Everybody we had it going to count for you. The fourth will be power kind job again. For some time, they will know small peace. And then when it came up this armament time again, the same thing was used to unite us, bring us together, and the disarm, the fighters then, we are help us disarm. So we owe that young man a lot. So because of the role soccer play and sports play in our civil war, we'll come back after the war and things like that, the kind of role sports play to unify with Barrow and IE and all the kind of things like that, LPRC, all those then, NPA then. When we come back, so now we say that one thing, we say, yes, sports plays an important role in our society and we can use it for instruments of peace. Use it for instruments of peace. So when I see Mr. Cummings supporting sports among young Liberians in Rwanda, where he have them organized and he's supporting them to have tournaments to alleviate their stress, to deal with the stress, you know, some of the things that they're going through, you know, at least to calm the stress and things like that in foreign land. I admire him. I see he come back in home in the country, going to elevate to identify with them and to want to sponsor sporting activities. I really admire him. And I think he should do more. I think he should do more. And I want to thank Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings, please do more. Because, you know, sports is a unifier. It's a unifier. That's what I want to say in essence. In the midst of the war, sports was one of our biggest unifiers.
For better future, support the Sakuni.
Now, another thing I want to bring to our attention is the issue about Mr. Cummings, ANC, calling on the LACC to investigate that FOIA project. Now, the letter that was written by ANC to LACC suggests to us that as a nation, it is not good for us to leave unfinished businesses behind. Because, you know, what the thing that happens is that when things go wrong in a nation and you don't sit down to address it, you give it room for it to keep happening. And the reason why corruption is a problem in our country, we are unable to address corruption. Majority of the time is because when these things then happen, instead of us address them and fix the problem, we use politics to cover them. Now, President Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, to whom Liberian people say they were fed up with former President John Maynard Weah. They said, oh, President Weah, when he became president, he was building condominium, he was building mansion for himself. His officer was building apartment for themselves. Jefferson Kojede was building house for themselves. Nathaniel Mageda was renting one room now, the own mansion and all that kind of thing. People stole government money, they enriched themselves. So we come and move them, we come and rescue the country. Liberian people say, yeah, that rescue camp. We want somebody who got 40 years experience, who been in government a long time. They say he steal money year before. No record for him. No record that he stole money before. I know that one there. I know about that one there. But no record. That made the man president. People walk in the ring. They went. People can say people water. They went in the pool water. They say, "Oh, you harmonize our pay. We harmonize your vote with voter President Booker." President Booker came to power now. Somebody went behind his back. The man is writing budget for 2024, 2023, 2024 budget. Writing 2023 budget, 2024 budget. Nobody come to President Booker and say, President Booker, you know what happened? There's a need for a special building called MRU, Monroe Union Peace Building Complex. That do Monroe Union Peace Building Complex, and that building in Foya. And you know, it will serve as a hub for us to go discuss when there's conflict in the region. People can come and discuss it. The thing will get an OAU building. Anyway, OAU building, say, oh, now the wall, leave it looking dirty. We shouldn't fix it. We shouldn't run away. I leave it dirty. Let's go build a new one. Let's go spend another $10 million to build a new one. They come to the old man to discuss it. Oh. They say, the old man get too much experience. They're laughing. Somebody want to put it on the paper who finished passing away now, Grace Pay. They say that Grace Pay idea. So they say, oh, that Grace Pay idea. So our President Booker. Liberia small these days, you know, it's not that way back when you're in your olden time Liberia where somebody doing something in Foya, nobody can know what happening in Foya from where Moravia, but somebody went to Foya there, they carry a drone. And they fly the drone over certain part of Foya. Yeah, the building that we see there. What kind of building here? So people started dabbling over that thing. Nobody can get here or take. Information minister can say, oh, nothing happening there. Another person can say, oh, that thing happening there. That Monroe Young gave money for that one. Somebody can could have a fund account. She said, no, the president know about that. Okay, the president know about it. Oh, but not the president project or not the president. Everybody dabbling over the thing. So look at it for ERBC had interview with President Booker. I said, President Booker, I will not play the video. Before they came into the House of Representatives. So they said, President Booker, do you know about this? The whole thing that happening for you, he say, you know about it. I know nothing about it. I know about it. But President Booker, do you know they say at least between $6 million to $10 million that where the money about that thing they put it. You sure you know about it? Papa say, I know nothing about that thing there. But anyway, it's okay. I hearing now they say that our partner in the South region provide some money. Then somebody say, but we'll provide some money. Somebody say, but Papa, you can say we'll provide some money because the building already up. So how you say somebody will provide money? The thing already up. So people provided money, he know about it. So Mr. Cummings, look at the whole thing for long. He said, you know what happened? Even though President Booker came to get the State of the Nation address, and he put it inside the State of the Nation address that we're building peace building office, peace building compound that will be for presidential guests and all kind of things in Foya. He make it sound just to say it was a legitimate project in the budget, legitimate project approved by the legislature, legitimate project known by PPCC, legitimate project known by other agencies of government following the PMF law, violated all the laws. Say you want to make it look real, then we got to set the record straight. So Mr. Cummings, through ANC, they wrote big letter, they sent it to the LACC. You know, I can say, I trust LACC. I trust LACC. You know what? I trust them. Because if LACC really serious, you think ANC got to write letter and then find and say, oh, yeah, go check and see what people, where the money they coming from. They say they put in the building here, and who they get a contract to. Somebody say, if I the contract, one of President Booker ready to get a contract. So all the kind of thing they hanging there. You want to tell me LACC boss? She didn't take time to say, I go check behind the thing here. Clementine, who said they're doing asset recovery. They're waiting for the asset to be stolen for they go recover it because it's asset recovery. Or they just want to make sure nobody steal the asset for it. They can make sure it ain't happening, and at least they can prevent it from happening. Nobody care. Everybody just wanted to just go slow away. So ANC wrote the LACC and said, LACC, please go look inside the thing here for us. We want to know where the money came from. Who gave authorization to use the money? Who they get the money to build the project? Who building this project? Who signed the people then for the project to be built? What is PCC idea about the whole spending money here? If they say that SOE then spend the money on the project, where the SOE then? Who are the SOEs then? We're getting ready to spend the money. All that one we want to know. And I think it's a good thing. It's a good thing. You know, I like it because President Burger said the law is the law. So, you know, LSCC, let the law be the law. Let the law be the law. I will stop there for a bit, and I'll go to my producer, Jefferson. Can you please call me 2 more of the scratch card again? Make it 3 more scratch cards. 3 more scratch cards.
Okay. 0790.
0790.
And then we have 9503.
9503.
And we have 0835.
0835. I got one of my men who can inbox me and say,